Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clockmaster. Today we're going to be talking about Cobra Kai Season 4. I got a chance to watch all 10 episodes early, but Cobra Kai Season 4 releases for everyone else globally December 31st. Please make sure you're going to want to check the season out because it's really amazing. I want to talk about my overall feelings in this and break this down as best as I can for you guys without going into spoilers, so definitely buckle up. But if you are new here, please make sure to subscribe because I did film my reactions to every single episode, which I will be releasing my reactions starting this Friday when the show drops on Netflix. I already have a few edited, which is going to be released on the 31st. Please make sure to subscribe if you want to check out my reactions to the episodes themselves. Also, I'm in my training gear that I wear to my Samurai Bujutsu dojo. I just feel into the spirit of Cobra Kai. I gotta put my gi on. I gotta put my gi on today for this, even though I trained in this and I had to wash it because it was super smelly. And yeah, so Cobra Kai Season 4 picks up exactly where Season 3 ended with a very specific goal, which is the All Valley Tournament. There's a very specific expectation for this season, and they deliver highly on that with setting up an exact goal for our fighters and making sure that they get to that point. It's a very focused season. The season is very story driven, but there's a lot of action too. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of action in this, but I will say this is the most solid of all the seasons that we've seen so far when it comes to story structure and the way that they're telling the story. And like I said, a very specific goal, the All Valley Tournament. So I do think there's a benefit in watching Season 3 right before this and coming straight into Season 4, because it just boom takes you straight into that and gives you an idea, a sense of where this season is going to go. The season also focuses on the upcoming challenges that the characters have to face with training for the All Valley, the effects on their mind, their emotional state, their physical state, dealing with everything with certain characters. I'm not going to go into specific detail, but we're dealing with a lot of things. We're seeing the effects of the previous season on these characters and all the expectations that they set up for themselves and everyone has for them and how it all plays out. Now, I've been getting a lot of comments on my early reaction that I posted to Season 4 about specific characters. There's a lot of people who are fans of specific characters in the show and they want them to go to certain places and they want them to end at a certain goal. But I will say, don't focus too much on your favorite characters, whether it be Hawk, Miguel, or whoever, like Sam, Tori, Robbie. Don't focus too much on them, but just focus on how the stories affect them and how the situation and how everything else around them affects these characters, because that's the important thing about all of this, is how this affects people and where the story is going. If you put too much, in my opinion, too much of a specific focus on one character, you're going to miss out on all the other great stories that they're telling with the other characters and how things affect them and how things carry on into throughout this entire season. There's room for a lot of these characters to grow, and there's a lot of development for each and every single one of them. I feel, in my opinion, there's a lot of good development with these characters that takes them into a spot that I never thought I would ever see them go to, and I was really satisfied with that. So yes, will you be disappointed with certain things if you wanted a certain thing for a certain character? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. You may have some disappointment, but there's gonna be a lot of people on the flip side that are super pleased and super happy with the outcome of this, because as I mentioned, you have to focus on the entirety of the story and how the events and everything that plays out falls in line with this. I will say, just looking at the trailers, guys, for those who've seen the trailers, everything with Terry Silver and the story that they set up in the previous season is really, really good. They deliver on a lot of things that you want from this season, and they don't shy down on some things. There's a lot of twists and a lot of little turns and a lot of different emotional things, heartstrings being pulled. I mean, there's a point when I'm just like, I'm watching the episodes and I'm getting to a point where I'm physically angry and I'm like physically happy, and I'm just like, everything in between, all the emotions that I'm feeling throughout the entire series was just summed up really, really well. And they really set up a lot of good things to happen this season, which leads me to the writing. The writing is phenomenal. The way how everything plays out from the beginning to the end, everything from certain script choices, which some things were weak, some things were corny, but I feel like that's the thing with Cobra Kai. There's always a lot of like strong presence within the script and the story, but then there's also those moments where you have really weak undertones and really like corny stuff, but it all works out because it's Cobra Kai and it's the nature of it, because you have a lot of those 80s nostalgia vibes to it, and they're really hitting on those, but it works for the show, and that's one of the things that I love about Cobra Kai. Fight choreography, on another note, I think also really stepped up in this season. That's part of one of the reasons I liked it. You can see a lot more of the actors doing more and more of their stunts. There's a few scenes from the previous seasons that you can tell where there were stunt doubles, but you can see that during the fight scenes that there was a lot of it being done by the cast, and as we know, some of the casts are already trained martial artists in their real life, so just to be able to see them do certain things was just really, really good and really amazing, and added more of a realism to the show. And some of the things that I really loved about Cobra Kai in general, but this season really stepped up with the fight choreography. And I really, really love the All Valley tournament this time, guys. The All Valley tournament was amazing. They actually spend, I won't go into specifics, but they spend a lot of time on the tournament itself that it feels like you're watching like a real tournament, and they do a lot of things with it that mean and matter so much and affect a lot of things in good ways too. And there's a lot of ways that by the time they really set up everything to the All Valley tournament, the way how things turn out, I feel like everybody will be very, very satisfied with the way things turns out, because you get to see the things that these characters go through, and the way how certain things turns out, which I won't go into detail. A lot of people will be very satisfied. In my opinion, I think I was very satisfied with it because of what they did narratively with the characters and things that they set up in the previous episodes leading up to the actual tournament itself, which was really, really good. One negative that I have, just thinking about it, because I literally just finished watching the season not too long ago, the one negative I had was I felt that it was a little bit slow in the beginning of the first half of the season. There were some things that did irritate me, just with, because you would think certain things with characters that they would, you know, move to a certain point story-wise with certain characters that they didn't do until later. And then there was also just the overall pacing of the first part of the season was a little too slow. But I mean, I feel like that's the thing with most of these Cobra Kai seasons. They either have a really strong opening, or the openings are very slow for a gradual buildup, and I feel like that's their formula. And in a way, you know, it worked. So like, it's a small negative, it's not a huge negative. I can't really think of too much negatives because the season was just really great. There's so many things, so many twists and turns with characters that I really loved, and so much development with a lot of the characters had so much development this entire season, and I'm very, very happy for that. So the way how this season ended, I left everything on a high note, and there was nothing that made me feel that, oh man, like I really wish they did this, or wish they, no, I was just very, very satisfied with with the way how this ended. And there's just, again, everything in between. So much that I want to say, so much that I want to talk about, which I can't wait to discuss. Spoiler wise, I discussed it in my the finale reaction, so definitely look out for that. I go more into detail with some of the characters and what's going on with the entire story. But overall, as I mentioned, guys, this is a very strong season for Cobra Kai, and they did a lot with it that I can't wait to honestly rewatch this season again. Like whenever I'm editing reactions to shows that I watched, I always have this thing where like it's a good way for me to kind of rewatch the episode, because I might notice something later on that they don't do with this. So yeah, man, they really set up everything for the All Valley to be such a good payoff, and a big payoff, and really allowed characters to have their moments to shine, I feel. And everything, it just pans out in a way, even like narratively with certain characters, man. It's just some things that I really love, and I can't wait for you guys to hear my thoughts on those specific details. But overall, guys, I'm going to give this season a 9.5 out of 10. It was really enjoyable. I absolutely enjoyed this season, had a ton of fun watching it. And that's the thing, like I take notes, like I have a lot of notes on my phone, like from just like whenever I watch episodes, I take notes. I either handwrite them or I just type them down sometimes. So there's a lot of things deeply that I look at from an objective perspective, but it's how the season overall makes me feel, and did I enjoy watching? Did I have a good time? And I did. I had a really good time watching this season, just as much as I did with the other seasons. So yeah, man, it's been a good ride. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a ton of fun. Can't wait for you guys to see this season. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Please do not leave any spoilers. If for some reason you've already seen if for some reason you've somehow seen this at a fan screening or whatever, please do not put any spoilers in the comments. I will remove them within the next spoilers, but before the time releases. If you put any spoilers in the comment sections, then I see them, I will remove them, because this is a spoiler-free review. So just try to keep this environment spoiler free for the other viewers who are watching the channel and want to see more of the reviews and understand everything. So yeah, guys, just be respectful of that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the season as much as I did. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Like I said, view this from a lens of what is the story, what are they trying to tell us, and why, and where are they trying to take us, and things like that. Don't look too much for specific characters, just focus more on the story. That's the only thing I would say about perspective wise, but overall, just try to enjoy it. Just try to enjoy it. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my review to Cobra Kai season 4, and I'm looking forward to hear your thoughts down below. Yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Clockmaster